You're sitting at a red light. Your mind wanders. What if you could fly right now? What if you could turn invisible and skip the whole commute? Everyone does this. It feels harmless. But the real answer is far stranger. Somewhere on Earth right now, a person is living with one of these powers. Not in a comic book, in their actual body. And almost none of them would trade places with you. Superpowers are not fantasy. They are mutations, and biology has already run the experiment. Act 2. The price of invulnerability. Take invulnerability. Imagine never feeling pain, no stubbed toes, no paper cuts that sting, no burns that make you flinch. Sounds incredible, right? In 2006, a geneticist named Jeffrey Woods studied a group of families in northern Pakistan. One child in the group was famous locally for street performances. He would push knives through his arms. He would walk on burning coals. He never cried, never winced, never learned to avoid pain because he could not feel it at all. Woods traced the cause to a single gene, SCN9A. It controls a channel that carries pain signals to the brain. In this boy, the channel was broken. No pain got through, ever. He died at age 14. He jumped off a roof to impress his friends. His body had no early warning system telling him to stop. Pain is not a glitch in human design. It is the alarm that keeps the house from burning down. Remove it, and you don't become invincible. You become someone who breaks bones and doesn't notice, who develops infections and doesn't notice, who dies from things a healthy nervous system would have stopped 10 steps earlier. The myth of immortality. Now think about immortality. What if your cells simply refused to die? There is a woman whose cells have already done exactly that. Her name was Henrietta Lacks. In 1951, doctors took a tissue sample from a tumor in her body without her knowledge. Her cells, later called HeLa cells, did something no human cells had done before in a lab. They kept dividing forever. They are still dividing today in labs all over the world, more than 70 years later. Her cells achieved biological immortality, and the thing that made them immortal is the same thing that killed her. It was cancer. Cellular immortality is not a gift. It is a malfunction in the switch that normally tells a cell when to stop copying itself. Elizabeth Blackburn, who later won a Nobel Prize for her work on telomeres, showed that healthy cells count down with each division, like a fuse burning toward an end. That countdown is not a flaw to be fixed. It is what keeps a body from filling itself with endless, uncontrolled growth. Take away the ending, and you don't get eternal life. You get a tumor with a heartbeat. The noise of telepathy and the weight of strength. What about telepathy? Reading every thought in a room sounds like the ultimate advantage. Your brain already runs a rough version of this. It's called the mirror neuron system, first mapped in the 1990s by an Italian neuroscientist named Giacomo Rizzolatti. He found that certain brain cells fire not just when you perform an action, but when you simply watch someone else perform it. Watch someone wince and your own pain circuits flicker. Watch someone cry and something in you responds before you've even decided to care. This is the seed of empathy. It's small, filtered, manageable. Now imagine it turned all the way up. There is a rare condition called hyperempathy, where the emotional static of every nearby person floods in constantly, unfiltered, unstoppable. People who experience severe versions of this describe it less like a superpower and more like standing in a crowd where every voice is screaming directly into your skull. The brain needs a filter. Telepathy would mean losing it. Even strength has its real-world edge case. There is a genetic condition caused by mutations in the myostatin gene. Myostatin normally puts a limit on muscle growth. Without it, muscles keep growing past the point they were built to sustain. Researchers have documented rare human cases of this mutation, along with the same effect bred deliberately into cattle and into a line of dogs nicknamed bully whippets. The animals are dramatically more muscular. They are also prone to tendon damage, joint strain, and heart problems because muscle mass grew faster than the rest of the body could reinforce itself to carry it. Strength without a limit isn't a superpower. It's a structure exceeding its own foundation. The Great Design. Here's the pattern if you haven't noticed it yet. Every limit your body has, pain, aging, filtered emotion, capped muscle growth, isn't a design flaw waiting to be removed. It's a regulator. Evolution didn't forget to give humans superpowers. It tried the raw versions first over millions of years and killed off almost everyone who had them. Death itself works the same way. It sounds like the ultimate flaw in the human condition, but at a population level, death is what allows change. Offspring inherit new combinations of genes, new adaptations, and the old bodies step aside to let the new ones test themselves against the world. A species that never died would also, eventually, be a species that never changed. Immortality doesn't just cost the individual, it costs the whole species its ability to adapt. The green light. So, the next time you're sitting at that red light, imagining flight, imagining invisibility, imagining a body with no limits at all, remember what those limits are actually doing. Your pain is a warning system that has kept you alive longer than you'll ever know. Your aging cells are refusing to become a tumor. Your filtered emotions are letting you function in a crowded room instead of drowning in it. Your capped muscles are staying attached to the joints that carry them. You already have a body engineered by hundreds of millions of years of trial and error, most of which ended badly for the versions that broke the rules you're currently annoyed by. The light turns green. You drive on, ordinary, unbroken, alarmingly well designed. And maybe that boring, limited body of yours was the real superpower all along.